Hi everyone, and welcome to The Last of Us Part 2. We were left here with Ellie the last time, and we said that we are going to go through her superhero cards. And here I am with the second episode of reading Ellie's superhero cards. I know that I've read around 15th of them. One sec. And we did cardio, we did Kazaki Bright, and I think this was the one that I did read about, but at the same time I didn't make sense of his story. So it looks like a I said it's not a jellyfish. What was I saying? It's a squid. Okay, it's a squid. It's a very luminous, colorful squid with pink. It has pink, purple on it, light blue, darker blue. So let's read the story. I prefer to read it this way for now. I will show you also after if it's written anything else. So Cephalofad, I hope it's correct how I'm pronouncing it. His real name is Cephalofad. He has 100 brains, 100 brawn. So that means that he's very smart and very strong, and he doesn't have any affiliation. Long, long thought to be a myth passed down through superstitious sailors, this extra-dimensional entity has taken on the form of a gargantuan, bioluminescent squid. Hiding from others from his kind, this hyper-intelligent being has taken a liking to our seas and the diverse life forms living within them. Unfortunately, Cephalofad has a temper to match its smarts, conducting acts of tentacle-based terrorism against fishing vessels, oil tankers, and other seacraft which it believes are part of the cycle of harm against the world's oceans. Our only hope might be Big Blue. So he's a neutral um, hero, villain. I don't know, he's exactly in the middle. He's portrayed like that. Doesn't have any affiliation. So he's super intelligent, although he can be very dangerous as well. Um, okay, let's continue with the next card. This card is called Tanager. Tanager looks like a woman that is going out. She's trying to go for a running session with her headphones in her ears. She has a pair of red headphones. She has a yellow costume, um, like running costume with a jacket on and running shoes. So let's see her story. It looks like she has 60 brains, 40 brawn. Her real name is Willow Vega, and her affiliation is Society of Champions. It says here that she is a shy, quiet woman. Tanager discovered her ability to hypnotize with her singing voice at an early age, but she's only just learning to hone it. Having run away from an abusive home, she is a staunch believer in free will. One second, because I can't see properly. She knows the cost of losing it and often can't bring herself to take it away from others. As such, she refuses to use her power except as the last resort. This has made her a difficult teammate for the Society of Champions, but her ace up their sleeve usefulness has paid off more than once. She is a neutral hero. Okay, so she doesn't want to use her power just as a last resort. She wants to be a regular person most of the times. Willow Vale, Tanager. Okay, let's move on. This is Tormentra. Tormentra looks like an older woman that has some bodies that she's keeping with her hand. She has her hand on the head of a man sitting at her feet, and the woman is lying at her feet as well next to him. Um, she seems to have some sort of power that comes within her. I can see something yellow that she's um, trying to trying to take it through her hand, through her fist, out of her chest. And her eyes are yellow as well. Her hair is blown by the wind, in the wind, however you want to say. She looks like she looks like she won the war or something like that against some people. Let's just see her story because I don't want to be wrong about this. She's portrayed more a villain than a hero. Okay. Once a kind, empathetic teenager, Tormentra was always bullied for being soft. But everything changed when a latent genetic mutation emerged, allowing her to convert the mental anguish of others into kinetic energy. Also, she has some sort of kinetic energy, like she can move. She moves. I don't know. The worse the pain, the more powerful the result. Now her day job as a criminal psychologist allows her to absorb the worst things in people's lives and use it as literal ammo against those who persecuted her. Many suspect Many suspect Tormentra of feeding off the hurt of those who got in the way of her prior outbursts, creating a never-ending cycle of suffering. Okay, so I understand now. She's taking people's energy, like mental, psychological energy, let's say, and she is using it against other people that somehow in the past they were not treating her well and they tried to harm her. All right. Randy Styles. Randy Styles looked like a middle-aged man with white beard and white hair, and he looks like he's dressed in mountain clothes with a backpack and some sort of a walkie-talkie or something like that. So he's just, I don't know, somewhere in the nature, I guess he's portrayed. He's smart, he has 100 brains and 80 bronze, so he's also strong. His affiliation is unknown and his real name is Randall Stiles. Once he was Dr. Ackman's research partner, working late nights to develop all manner of technology for the betterment of mankind, until one day he just vanished. Months later, reports surfaced of Styles showing up in numerous places all over the world. A brief appearance in Mexico. What is that written there? Short. A short stint in Japan, a materialization in the Australian outback. With each visitation, he helps people in need and vanishes again. Some speculate Styles obtained his ability through an accident with Dr. Ruckman's experimental quantum teleporter, though he vehemently denies those claims. Okay, so he can teleport. He's helping people and then he's vanishing and he's appearing somewhere else. This is his superpower. The next one, Batmandar. Batmandar, as I can see in the photo, I'm not sure if it's a woman or a man, but I think is a woman with long white hair and put up in a ponytail, very long hair actually. Um, she's dressed in a very, very futuristic costume with metallic material on it, and she has in her hands some sort of weapons. She has a belt also, and the weapon looks like a chainsaw to me, but it's actually a like a like a knife, like a knife, but looking like a chainsaw somehow. And in the other side, she has a huge sword, and she's somewhere inside of a spaceship, I think. Let's read her story. She has 80 brains, 60 brawn, and her affiliation is Spark. Her home planet is Neptune, so she's something like not human, actually. Once the solar system, a most notorious pirate, Neptunian Mandar, became known for jacking resupply ships, threatening the nascent colonies on Europa and Enceladus with starvation. Pursued by the Future Alliance into the asteroid belt, she flew her ship too close to a mysterious wormhole and found herself back in the 21st century. Though she initially enjoyed her newfound superiority, she quickly became frustrated by the limitations of our 21st century technology and sought out Spark, her offer, her knowledge of the future in exchange for a way back to her own time. Okay, so it looks like this lady, she just wanted to go in her own time. I'm just trying, I didn't understand exactly what was her power. So she saved, no, sorry, she hijacked some ships threatening the colonies on Europa and New with starvation. I don't know, somehow I think she was just like going back in time. She could travel in time, I guess. Something, that's what I understand. And she's a villain. She's not a hero somewhere in the middle. She's exactly a villain. Batman Dar. Okay. The next one is Doppelganger. Doppelganger looks very freaky to me. It looks like a ghost, but it's a person with no clothes on it, um, with yellow eyes, and it doesn't even look like a person. It looks more like a mummy somehow. But the skin is intact. It's like a human's skin. And as I can see in the photo, he's trying to go through some sort of a vent. So he opened the door of the vent and he's squeezing through there. Let me just read the story. He has 60 brains and 60 brawn. No affiliation. He doesn't have a name. A strange being of unknown origin, this alabaster-skinned humanoid with yellow eyes is capable of assuming the shape of anyone you need him or her to be. The only catch, they need to make physical contact with the person you wish, one second, them to impersonate. Oh, so he's an impersonator. The resemblance is near perfect. Though if you look closely, you will see their eyes give a glint of yellow after the transformation. So if you ever see a friend wearing sunglasses, um, in an unappropriate time, you'd best be on your guard. So it looks like he can impersonate people, and we have to be careful of the people who are wearing glasses because you can actually recognize him by his yellow eyes. He's in between. He's not a hero or a villain. He's exactly in the middle. Now we have arch enemy. Arch enemy. Um, I guess what he has. He looks like a man prepared for war. White hair. His face is covered. His nose and mouth is covered with some gray piece of material, and he's wearing an army-like gray vest, um, with all sort of I don't know, things that you can need when you go to a war, in his pockets, including some sort of um, how do you call this, gloves, like some sort of a metallic glove, or maybe if it's not metallic, it's something to protect his hands. And he has some sort of an arch, maybe that's why he's called arch enemy, like archery pieces in his hand and in his back, and he's holding an arrow in his hand, and probably what he has in his back is more arrows. His name is Marcus Fordham, and he has no affiliation. He has 60 brains and 60 brawn. He's a former army sharpshooter and seasoned bow hunter. This vigilante's path was forged when his family was caught in the crossfire between the New Dogs and the Society of Champions. Destroyed by grief, he turned to the most dangerous game not human but superhuman. Donning high-tech camouflage and claiming the moniker Arch Enemy, he's menaced both sides of the war with his hunter's instinct, compound bow, and arsenal of high-tech traps. Okay, so it's some sort of a high-tech bow that he has with him. So I understand that, okay, he's portrayed like a villain, almost, more in this side. After losing his family, he probably he's not part of um, any society. He doesn't have any affiliation, not the New Dogs and not the Society of Champions. So he's just doing work wherever he feels that is needed. Star sign. Star sign looks like an Asian man to me with glasses, white hair. He's wearing large trousers and a large t-shirt with some sort of branch on it that is coming through him or out of his t-shirt somehow. And I can see some sort of earth, fire, water, and maybe air or something around him. So these probably are having to do with his superpowers. Star sign. Let us read. And the background is green, different shades of green. So he has 80 brains and 80 brawn. His affiliation is Society of Champions, and his real name is Jang Li. Am I pronouncing correctly? Jang Li. Once a humble museum curator, or Zhang, Zhang Li was poring over Han Dynasty scrolls. Wait, because I'm reading like a 2-year-old. Once a humble museum curator, Zhang Li was poring over Han Dynasty scrolls when he found himself transformed by the spirits of the great Chinese emperors. Now, depending on the hour of the day, he takes on the elemental power from each sign from the Chinese zodiac. So he's Chinese. Terrakinesis, Terrakinesis, let's say, pyrokinesis, aquakinesis, ferrokinesis, and arborikinesis. He also takes on both the positive and negative personality traits of each sign, who can be an advantage or disadvantage depending on the situation. Best hope you catch him at a good time of the day. Okay, so he's like a double-sided, powered person. And there's something that has to do with the elemental power from each Chinese zodiac sign. And I said it well, terrakinesis, pyrokinesis. So it's like he can move the earth, he can move the fire, water. And what is ferrokinesis? Arborikinesis must be something with the trees or vegetation. Ferrokinesis, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. And he's mostly a hero. It's a beautiful card. Shift. Shift looks like a teenager to me. The card is very beautiful and colorful, with the blue frame, with the pink frame as well. And it's this guy that looks like Catwoman to me or something like that. This is how he is dressed. I think it's a male. Shift. He's wearing a dark costume, very shiny, and he has short hair, dark hair, and in front a little bit whitish. And he looks like he's running in the photo. He has 60 brains and 60 bronze. He's part of the Society of the Champions. His real name is Gale Price. At first glance, Gale Price looks and acts like a typical teenager. You see? I told you he's a teenager. Mood swings and all. But those mood swings power her ability to increase the velocity of matter. So sorry, I made a big mistake. It's a woman. It's a girl, actually. It's a teenager girl. What was I saying? Those mood swings power her ability to increase the velocity of matter. When happy, she directs this power outwards, increasing the speed of her allies and throwing her enemies off balance. This is an interesting superpower. When sad, she directs this power inward, allowing her to outrun her enemies and making the rest of the world feel sluggish. Though powerful, she is an unpredictable ally and an easy target for the mind manipulation tricks of Motivator. Did we read Motivator? No, not yet. Okay. So it depends on her moods, how she can control her power and how she can focus. So if she's happy, she can outbalance people, and it's something that empowers her allies. And when she's depressed, she's doing the opposite. She's making the world feel bad, but she's outrunning the enemies. Okay, so it's like a one how do you call this? It's like a win-win situation. Okay. Flow. Flow looks like something between. No, it's a humanoid. It looks like an android to me, like an android, but it has something to do with the water because her body, like the part where the skin, where I can see the skin, is blue, and I can see water around her, and So it's also blue. I don't know. There's just water around him, her. And the costume is like a diving costume somehow. Let's just read what it's about. Oh, it's a woman. Okay. So we have a woman. Flo, 80 brains and 80 brawn. She is part of the Society of Champions, and her real name is Olga Kuznetsova. Graduating at the top of her class from a prominent sci-tech university, Olga Kuznetsova was recruited by the Russian government to further their research into dark energy. Fearing the tech would be used for war, her attempt to sabotage I can't see the experiments resulted in her consciousness fusing with water vapor. Oh my. Now she is able to channel her soul into any body, any, any and body of water, body of water, and conjure objects in any form of water, so long as there's moisture in the air. Maybe as long, I don't know why it's written so long. Whatever. So when she finds moisture in the air, she can construct people out of water or something like that. Interesting. So she's having to do with water. This is her superpower. She's channeling her soul into anybody, body of water. What do you mean? When you find somebody and anybody has water in it. So if she finds a human who has moisture, who has water in it, what can she do with it? With him, with her? I don't know. She can conjure. No, she can channel her soul into that person. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now we've reached Big Blue. Big Blue, it's a whale. Big Blue is a whale, and he has some sort of signs or yellow tattoos on it, on his flips, and on his mouth, on his head, and on his body a little bit. It is a whale, I suppose, in the water or in the air. I can see some sort of birds flying around him, but I'm not sure if there are birds. Let me just read. So this creature has 100 brains and 80 brawn, and he's a hero. Big Blue. Real name is unknown and no affiliation. So Big Blue is an extra-dimensional entity who has taken on the appearance of a blue whale. First arriving on Earth over a billion years ago to keep watch over nascent life forms, they use their infinite well of knowledge to help guide the humans, I guess, human race in times of great need and upheaval. Their unfathomable age has one major drawback. Days appear to pass as microseconds. However, this time dilation effect is offset if they hold their breath, which they can do for several years at a time. Oh, wow, he's holding his breath for years. So days appear to pass as microseconds. I don't really get it. 1 second. Is an extra dimensional entity. Okay. Who looks like a whale. So he arrived on Earth over a billion years ago to keep watch over life forms, and he used their knowledge to guide the human race when they need it. So I suppose they aged, but the more they aged, it was not good for them. Days appeared to pass as microseconds. But if they hold their breath, they can do it for several years at a time. Okay, this is it. He's the hero. Okay, let's go back. Das Wort. Das Wort looks like a detective to me. He's a man in his 40, 50. He's portrayed on a card with a green frame, and he's dressed in yellow, just as his name is written also with yellow. And around him, there are a lot of people, which are blue, like bluish color. Let's see the story. We don't know his real name, and his affiliation is the New Dogs. He has 80 brains and 80 brawn. Wait a minute, because I can't see properly. This tall, laconic presence seems unassuming enough. Bullied, it says there. Bullied and misunderstood early in life due to his inability to speak above the level of a mumble, he was forever changed when ancient cosmic beings bestowed upon him the word, the word, mystical phrase that when spoken or even muttered will drive everyone in earshot insane. Thankfully, his considerable height often gives him away and allows his potential victims plenty of time to run or plug their ears. Wait, I don't know, I don't understand. So he couldn't speak, he could only mumble, and then everything changed when some ancient cosmic beings bestowed upon him. So wait, what is the word? This is like a mystical phrase, okay. When spoken, somebody else has to say this, or he has to say it, or when even muttered, will drive everyone in earshot insane. So he must probably be saying it. But he's very tall, so his victims run away plenty of time or plug their ears when he says that. Okay, interesting superpower. It looks to me like his superpower is mostly the fact that he's tall, more than that word. Know it all. Know it all looks like a Japanese lady or Chinese. Let me see, because I don't remember. Mistake. Know it all. Real name Sheila Kim. She has 100 plus brains and 20 brawn. Affiliation with Spark. It's exactly how it says here as well, 100 plus. So she must be extremely smart. Over the over the top. Sheila Kim is her real name. A world-famous researcher diagnosed with an early form of dementia, Sheila Kim reached out to Spark in desperation. Could they do something to slow her mental decline? They agreed to implant an experimental nano AI drive in her brain, allowing her to not only retain her knowledge, but what is it saying there? Wait, I can't see. But accrue. What is accrue? So allowing her to not only retain her knowledge, but accrue new information at a massive rate. Okay, now she's arguably the smartest person alive and Spark's new chief technology officer, overseeing their military research arm. Some argue that she's lost her conscience. Others wonder whether an AI has taken over her mind. She's a neutral villain. She's a villain, but she's somewhere in between still. Okay, so this lady Is a famous researcher who was diagnosed with dementia, but somehow through experiments, she had something implanted in her brain. So whatever was implanted in her brain helped her, but at the same time, people say that she's lost her conscious. So she became some sort of a robot. Okay, cool. But I didn't tell you this woman, this researcher, she is wearing some sort of a kimono, and she's sitting on a chair, on a yellow chair. All right, that's it. Here we go. We found Dr. Rockman. Dr. Rockman is portrayed on a red background in some sort of a lab. He's dressed as a person that is doing experiments with these glasses and some sort of a gray piece of clothing. Let's say, I don't know what it is. And he's holding in his hands some sort of robots that look like squids, and he has a computer in front of him. One of his eyes is red. He has beard and mustache, and he looks like Neil Druckmann. um, let's read. He has 100 brains, 60 brawn. His real name is Dr. Ackman, and his affiliation is the New Dogs. Once a well-respected researcher, Dr. Ackman's questionable experiments in the realm of pushing human limits saw him ostracized from the scientific community. Even the morally compromised Laurent Foucault of Spark Laboratories found his work dubious. Undeterred, Ackman continued his work in secret, creating super AI to do his bidding and protect his research, while he and the New Dogs stage high-tech heists to fund it all. Constantly moving his lab location so no one can find him, he longs for the day where his subjects will be treated as equals. Okay, this is more like an inside Easter egg or something like that to me. But the morally compromised Lauren Foucault of Spark. Dr. Ackman was ostracized from the scientific community. This is funny. Why was he moving his lab from a place to another so that nobody can find him? He longs for the day where his subjects will be treated as equals. Why his subjects are not treated as equals? Hmm. I think this I have to read it again 2, 3 more times and just try to make sense of it. Okay, so he's creating super AI. Okay, cool, cool, Dr. Rockman. Chess master. Chess master is a black man with braided hair and glasses, and he seems to be sitting at a table playing chess, but probably he's playing chess with himself because I see a lot of hands moving chess pieces on the board at the same time. So those hands are orange. Probably he's moving them with the power of mind or something. Let me just read. He has 100 brains and 40 brawn, and he doesn't have any affiliation. His real name is Caleb Sophos. After a run-in with multidimensional hero Tesseractor, criminal mastermind. Oh. criminal mastermind Caleb Sophos suddenly could see every possible outcome of his decisions before he made one. Okay, so he can see every possibility and he chooses the one that he wants. Naming himself chess master for his newfound ability to see dozens of moves ahead, so he can see in the future basically. His power came with a cost. Though he made a fortune helping other criminals plan their heists, seeing all possible outcomes crippled him with indecision. Unable to utilize his power to enrich himself, he is forced to rely on others to make choices for him. This is interesting. So he could do a lot of moves for others, but he couldn't do the same for himself. So other people had to take decisions for him. He's a villain. Motivator. Motivator is a woman in a very futuristic dress with a very long skirt, gray, darker gray with lighter gray, with gloves as well. Um, and she can, I don't know, her power is some sort of a, I don't know what her power is actually. There's some sort of laser, like green laser, coming out of her fingers, and she's wearing um, fluoro fluorescent glasses, and she has a haircut shorter in one side and her hair falling on one of her eyes, which is a bit longer. Let's read. And she's on a blue background. Her real name is Moira Peak. She has 80 brains and 20 brawn, and her affiliation is Spark. If you find yourself doing something you don't want to do, Motivator can be the one responsible. Once a prominent psychologist and researcher in the field of human behavior, Moira Peak's after-hours experiments for Spark yielded powers she deemed too dangerous for anyone to have. So she kept them for herself. Able to plant ideas in anyone's head, her victims only hoped to get it out of Motivator's line of sight, or smash her glasses so she can't see. Okay. She's able to plant ideas in anyone's head. This is what her superpower is. So she's dangerous. She's a villain. Okay. The Starfire kids. This is something very colorful. It's a card which I liked the most. It's portraying two children, a girl and a boy. They seem to be not small children, maybe somewhere after 11, 12 years old, maybe 12, 13 years old. Or they could be even a bit smaller, I don't know. On a very colorful background with pink and purple and some sort of glitter around them. She's dressed in a short yellow skirt with a belt and a long-sleeved shirt, which is pink. She's wearing some sort of dark boots with platform and purple socks, and her hair is in a ponytail, and she has pink hair. And she's holding hand back to back with the other kid, which is a boy, I suppose. He has also pink hair. He has long trousers and casual sporty shoes and an orange t-shirt. So they both some sort of have something in their hands, like a spark. I'm curious actually, which is their superpower, the Starfire kids. I think they are taken together. They are 60 brains and 60 brawn. Their affiliation is Society of Champions, and the real name is Emiru and Sora Hoshi. Okay, when 14-year-old, oh, 14, I was close. When 14-year-old twins, Emiru and Sora Hoshi, found a meteorite in the woods outside of Kyoto, touching it imbued them both with the power of astrokinesis. Astrokinesis, the ability to take starlight and turn it into energy. Taken into custody by the Society of Champions, Tesseractor mentored the kids on how to use their powers safely and wisely, though his overprotective nature eventually drove them away. Now they live on the streets trying to find meaning and purpose in their powers. They are heroes. So they can take the energy. No, they can take the star power and turn it into energy. This is their power. Interesting. Now, Lady the Youthful. Now, Lady the Youthful looks like some sort of a man. The card is broken and has a red frame, and he looks like a karate sensei or some sort of person who suffered some injuries, and he was bandaged. He has some sort of bandage on his hands and on his head, and his left eye is bandaged as well, and his right eye is white or maybe blue, but I don't know. I see it like it's white, and he suffered burns all over his body, and he has a lot of jewelry. He's wearing some sort of kimono, like a purple kimono, and he has some bracelets to his hands and and rings and some jewelry to his neck as well. Let's just read. Naledi the Youthful. It's not really youthful to me. He has 90 brains and 20 brawn. Naledi Mbeki. Naledi Mbeki. It's his real name, and he doesn't have any affiliation. He's not a hero and not a villain. He's somewhere in the middle. Though he wears baggy robes to cover her. Her is a woman. Yeah, oh, by the way, I missed telling that she, if it's a woman, she has half of her hair missing from the burns, probably, and the other part, and in the other part, she has white hair. Not short, but not long. So, though she wears baggy robes to cover her numerous burn marks, don't tell Naledi's frail, gray-haired appearance fool you. Don't let. Okay. After refusing to die alongside her family in an arson attack, her cries for revenge allow the dark spirits to inhabit her being, bringing a curse disguised as a blessing. While touching another living being, neither can be physically harmed or killed. Interesting. Infinitely vulnerable, so long as she is alone, she has teamed up with the mighty Bizarebra, whose strength allows her to carry Naledi into battle with those who wronged her. A near invulnerable team up. Yeah, because Bizarebra is really strong and she will stay that way. Interesting combination. So her superpower seems to be touching another living being, and that being cannot be harmed. I mean, both of them cannot be harmed. Okay. Wachumero. Wachumero. Wachumero seems like a young man, bright, beautiful, in his youth. Youth. Um, he's singing. I think he's singing at some sort of barrel. which is blue, and there is some sort of blue energy coming out of the barrel and of him. Um, he's wearing something to his neck, like a gigantic pendentive in the shape of a big cross or something of a sort with some signs on it. And he's looking towards the sky. Watch your mirror. He has 80 brains and 40 brawn, and his affiliation is the New Dogs. His real name, we don't know it. He's not a hero and he's not a villain, and the card is broken again. Having earned his fortune as a creator of the streetwear line, I see a universe where this disillusioned former entrepreneur retired at age 32. 32, but what age is he here? I thought he's younger. Intending to travel the globe and spread the gospel of decommodification. But after being struck twice by lightning on a mountaintop in Peru, he was gifted with the ability to conjure visions with the beat of psionic drum. With the right rhythm, his visions can alter reality, bringing people's unpredictable dreams to life. Okay, so he's got this psionic drum, and he can conjure visions with the beat of it. And when he gets the rhythm right, his visions can alter reality, bringing people to people's unpredictable dreams to life. This is complicated, but it's nice at the same time. Why not? We create music and we can change or alter people's dreams with the music. Interesting. Laurent Foucault, CEO Spark. Oh, he's Spark? Mr. Spark is looking, I don't know. He's wearing a green costume. He's looking weird to me, honestly. He has a green costume, trousers and sacco. Can I say sacco in English? Blazer, sorry. And he has a blue, like a dark blue sweatshirt. So sweatshirt, what is that? It's not a sweatshirt. I don't know. It's a blouse, like a blue, dark blue blouse on the inside, and some sort of a dark scarf. He has a watch with some red lights on it, and he's holding his blazer, looking in one side. He's completely bald. His eyes look deepened in his skull. He looks weird. Lauren Foucault, CEO Spark. Okay. Wait, is he Spark or is somebody else CEO Spark? Let me see. The card is broken. It's missing one corner, and he's a full villain, like 100%. He has 100 brains and 20 brawn, and his affiliation is Spark. His name is Laurent Foucault, born with a brilliant mind, but hobbled by numerous physical ailments. Laurent Foucault spent his formative years in hospitals. Earning his MD, PhD at age 15, he developed a cure for his rare genetic disease, the patients for which made him a multimillionaire overnight. Within a few short years, he turned millions into billions, giving him the capital to build the sci-tech empire Spark and free rein to pursue knowledge and progress at any cost. Rumors circulate that Spark has developed methods to infuse newborns with specific superpowers, but Foucault has denied these ridiculous claims. So he's doing some strange research. He's a very smart scientist, and it looks like he suffered a lot. He developed a cure for his rare genetic disease, which is the patient's mail, which made him a multimillionaire overnight. Why? Because he was suffering from this and he found a cure for it. Okay, so he's a businessman, but he overcome his maybe not even overcome his sufferings by making a lot of money. And sometimes these people, I guess, they just do more bad than good later on in life. Okay, it looks like that's what he did. Tesseractor. Oh, we are approaching our 60-minute session, so I have 5 more minutes. Tesseractor looks like a saint in space, I could say. Not like a saint, like a superhero. He has a cape. We can only see the cape is closed with some sort of jewelry. He's wearing some sort of stick with a jewel on top, and he's somewhere surrounded by um, stones. I don't know if it's meteorites, something like that, in space. The card is blue with purple. He has 80 brains and 60 brawn. And his real name, we don't know it for sure. His affiliation is Society of Champions. Appearing one day from out of the blue with no one knows where or when this mysterious transdimensional being came from. So he's a mysterious transdimensional being. Their ability to move in and around four-dimensional space at will has turned the tide in many battles, though using his power leaves them as weak and vulnerable as a newborn. Claiming to have no name, they have bestowed the nickname Tesseractor by the Society of Champions. However, some suspect Tesseractor is keeping their true undiscovered identity a secret. Okay, so they are very mysterious and they can transcend, they can move at a multidimensional level. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna stop here. I only have left one, two. Oh, I have two more, but I don't have time. I only have 2 minutes. The King Twins. The King Twins. It's a black girl and a black boy dressed in full suits, full-on suits. Real name Ophelia and Xander. No affiliation. 80 brains and 80 bronze. Born in a Spark laboratory, the Kin twins were considered a failed experiment in heightening human senses. They were abandoned on the doorstep of an orphanage, but the forlorn pair soon learned their abilities. Born deaf, Ophelia not only has amazing eyesight, but can see things on the infrared and X-ray spectrum. Born blind, Xander can hear for miles. No footstep is too quiet, no secret is safe. So as long as they are together, they make for formidable opponents. They are heroes. So they are twins that were orphans, and they later on learned about their abilities. So of course, the one who is born deaf, she has amazing eyesight, but can see things on the infrared and X-ray spectrum. And Xander was born blind, but he can hear from a very long distance. Well, look, I'm gonna stop here. I have one more, but I have says Michaela, but I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna read her, um, or maybe with another, because I have missing ones. I have another 10 which are missing.